Welcome all my dear student of F5AC class. In this lecture we are going to see two expression, one for work done during volume strain and another for work done during for shearing strain. In previous lecture we obtained an expression for work done during the longitudinal strain, and that was 1/2 stress into strain, longitudinal strain. Now in this lecture we are going to obtain the expression for work done during volume strain and work done during the shearing strain. That will also similar to this expression. Okay. Now work done for or work done during volume strain. In order to obtain the expression for work done during volume strain, we are going to consider a cube, and suppose this is a cube. Now, if pressure P is applied normally, that is perpendicular to any face of the cube. Suppose here we apply the pressure P perpendicular to or normal to upper surface, whose surface area is A. Okay. Now, when we apply the pressure P normally, that is perpendicular to the face of the cube, what happen? Volume of the cube goes on decreasing, or volume decreases. Suppose V is the volume of this cube, and after applying the pressure P normally on the upper surface of the cube, what happen? The pressure volume of the cube decreases by an amount, say V. Okay, and from this we obtain the volume strain, which is nothing but the ratio of change in volume upon original volume. Okay, we apply the pressure, or we apply the pressure P, that is nothing but due to the application of pressure, what happens? Stress produced, and that stress is nothing but volume stress. That is nothing but F upon A, where A is the surface area of the face. Or now from these two quantity we obtain the bulk modulus, and in previous lecture we had seen that the bulk modulus is the ratio of volume stress to volume strain. Therefore, volume stress is nothing but F upon A, and volume strain is small v upon capital V. Okay. Or we know that what force is equal to pressure into area, and therefore this equation implies as pressure is equal to F upon A. Instead of this we can keep here P P upon V by divided by small v, or PV by V. Sorry. In this way, we obtain the bulk modulus. Okay. Now from this we can derive the expression for pressure P, and that is nothing but P is equal to kV upon V. Okay. Suppose this is expression 1, this is expression 2. Now, when we apply the perpendicular pressure on the face of the cube, obviously volume of the cube, that is V, is decreases by an amount small v, that is there is small displacement, but the displacement is like this. See here, okay. In this way, suppose this is change in volume. When we apply the tangential force or apply pressure, okay. Now see here, the displacement volume is reduces from V to small v because there is a small displacement dx in, and this displacement is in the direction of force, comma. So the work done will be, we know the work done will be dW is equal to force into displacement. This is very simple definition, we already studied this. But force is equal to what? Pressure into area into dx. But area into displacement is nothing but a dx is nothing but there is a small change in volume, that is dV. Therefore, P dV. This is the small work done. Suppose this is equation 3. How this derivation obtained, or how this term is obtained? See here, when we apply the tangential force or apply the pressure, normally what happen? There is a displacement of the cube in the direction of force, and volume V is decreases by a small amount V, and displacement is dx. Therefore, when this is happen, at that time work is done, and that work done is nothing but force into displacement. But force is equal to what? Pressure into area. Hence, dW is equal to PA into ADX. But area into displacement is nothing but change in volume. In this way we obtain this term. Now, this is the small amount of work done. Now we are going to calculate the total work done of whole decrease in volume, total decrease in volume from 0 to V. 0 to V. And for that purpose, we have to integrate this equation 3 between the limit 0 to V, and the integration is like this. See here, dW is equal to integral of dW 0 to L is nothing but W, and therefore 0 to L and P dV. But what is the value of P? We know, we just equation second one, integral 0 to L and kV upon V. This is the value of pressure into dV. K is constant and V volume is constant, therefore integral 0 to L into V dV. When we solve this term, obviously we get k by v into 1/2 v square, and limit is 0 to L. Therefore, we get 1/2 k by v into L square. Sorry, now here volume 0 to V. Therefore, V square. This is the work done. Now, we just make some rearrangement in order to obtain the final derivation, that is 1/2 stress into strain. And that arrangement is nothing but here W is equal to 1/2 K upon shear V, and this V square is nothing but V into V. Therefore, V into V. Okay. But what is this? This is pressure P. Therefore, W is equal to 1/2 P into V, or simply PV. This is nothing but work done is equal to 1/2. What is this? Pressure, that is nothing but stress into change in volume. Change in volume. Okay. Now, finally, we are going to obtain the work done per unit volume, that is energy stored in the displacement area, that is energy stored per unit volume, and that is nothing but W is equal to work done per unit volume, or energy stored per unit volume, that is nothing but work done stress into small v upon capital V. Okay. Or pressure, simply per unit volume, that means here we have to divide by V, and we obtain this equation. Again, split this equation like this. Okay. Now what is this? This is nothing but stress. And what is that this term represent? This is nothing but strain. But which strain? Volume strain. Thus, finally, we can say that the work done during the volume strain is nothing but W is equal to 1/2 stress, that is no pressure applied normally on the face of the cube, into volume strain. Okay, this is very important. Now, like this, we are going to obtain an expression for work done during shearing strain. For this purpose, consider a cube. Suppose this is a cube. And lower surface of this cube is fixed. That is, suppose A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Suppose this is the cube, and lower surface of this cube is fixed. Now again, suppose L is the length. L is the length of the cube, that is from this point to this point. And when we apply the tangential force on this cube on upper surface, what happens? There is a displacement of every point like this. Suppose point A is shifted to A prime, E is shifted to E prime, F is shifted to F prime, and B is shifted to B prime. And in this way, we get the displaced position. This is the displaced structure. And from this, we have the shearing angle or shearing strain theta. This theta, theta, and this theta gives the shearing strain. I already explained this in previous lecture. That is, when the lower surface of the cube is fixed and tangential force is applied on the free surface or upper surface, and if we imagine that the cube is made up of large number of parallel layers kept one over another. When the tangential force is applied, what happens? As the lower face is fixed, the layer in contact with lower face is less displaced, and this displacement goes on increasing as the length increases, and so the layer, upper layer, is found to be maximum displaced. Okay. Now here the cube is having length here L, and therefore area of the cube is L square, area of the cube. Okay. L is the length. Okay. And now suppose the cube is made up of elastic material and is having coefficient of modulus of rigidity is eta. Now here, when we consider this figure, then from this figure we have shearing strain, or simply shear is theta. Okay. And modulus of rigidity eta is equal to shearing stress, that is force per unit area, upon shearing strain, that is theta. Suppose this is equation 1. Now from this equation we can simply write F is equal to, rearrange this equation, we will get the tangential force. F is equal to eta A theta. Suppose you give number 2 to this equation, but A is the area and whose value is nothing but L square. Therefore F is equal to eta L square theta. Suppose this is equation 3. Okay. Now we also know the value of theta. Theta is nothing but, from this figure, suppose this is the change in length, or this is the change in length per unit, and this is the original length. And this theta from trigonometry, or simply theta is what? Shearing strain. Shearing strain is nothing but change in dimension per unit original dimension. Okay. Change in dimension per unit dimension, or trigonometry. From trigonometry we have theta is equal to small l upon capital L. When we substitute the value of theta in this equation 3, we have F is equal to eta L square small l upon capital L, or simply one L get cancelled with this L, and we have F is equal to eta L into small l. Suppose this is equation 4. Okay. Now when the tangential force is applied on the cube, the layer of the cube get displaced and we get the shearing strain. Okay, but during this time work is done, and this work done, small work done, dW is nothing but force into displacement. Force is F and dl is the displacement. But what is the value of force? Equation 4. Therefore we have dW is equal to eta L into small l dl. Suppose this is equation 5. Okay. Now this is the small work done, dW is the small work done for the small displacement after the application of tangential force F. And we have to calculate total work done for total displacement from 0 to L for the same force. In order to obtain the total work done, we have to integrate this equation from the limit 0 to L. Therefore, we have integral dw. Integration of dw is w is equal to 0 to L. Then eta L small l dl, or simply eta and capital L is constant, L dl 0 to L. Okay. Solve this. We obtain eta L square upon 2, or simply 1/2 eta L into L square. Okay. Okay. Eta L square L. Suppose this is equation 5. Say 5. Now, sorry, 6. Now, from equation 3, we have eta is equal to, just rearrange this equation, we have eta is equal to F upon L square theta. See here, only bring L square theta toward this side, we have. Then, after, okay, this substitute. When, but what is the value of theta? Theta is nothing but this. Therefore, eta is equal to F upon L square into small l upon capital L. Simplify this, we have F L upon L square into L, or solve this, we have F small l upon capital L. This is the value of eta. Okay. Suppose this is equation 7. Now further, from equation 6 and 7, that is from this equation 6 and 7, we have W is equal to 1/2 value of eta is F upon L into small l. Okay. Is it correct? Yes. Then L square into L square. Simply solve this. We have this L is getting cancelled with this L, and this L square, one L is cancelled with this, and we have F into L. Or we can say that this is nothing but what W is equal to. From this equation we conclude that this equation, when we elaborate, work done is equal to what? 1/2. What is F? This is the tangential force. And what is the L? This is displacement. Okay. Suppose this is equation 8. Now, if L is the, capital L is the length of each side, and L square is the area of each face, then what is the volume? Volume of the cube whose length is L is nothing but L cube. And from this we are going to obtain the work done per unit volume. That means what? Work done per unit volume is nothing but W is equal to 1/2. Okay. 1/2 F L into, sorry, F L upon L cube. Are you got it? What is the work done before this? This is nothing but 1/2 F L. And now the work done per unit volume, therefore we have to divide the L cube by L cube to this term. Therefore, now simplify this, we have F L upon L, okay, or L square into L upon L. Just split this term. F is as it is. L cube is split into L square into L. Take this outside. From this we have 1/2 F upon L square is nothing but A, and small L upon capital L. What is this? This represents 1/2 stress into, what is this? Shearing strain. In this way, we obtain the expression for work done during the shearing strain. If we observed all three work done, that means work done during longitudinal strain, work done during volume strain, and work done during shearing strain, then it is found that the work done per unit volume of the material in any type of strain is equal to, from this 1/2 stress into strain. Okay. Work done per unit volume or energy stored per unit volume. Okay. In this way, we obtain the work done during different type of strain. Okay. We shall stop here. Have a good day.